With a ruinous election, 2008's biggest power losers were the Republicans. Failing to keep America's highest office, the grand old party finds itself in a less than grand position.
So we put Republican governors on the year-end power list because really they're going to be the ones in the Republican Party who have the power. In Washington, there are just too few Republicans in Congress to get anything really done. So it's up to the Republican governors who are working in states to sort of pass policies and apply conservative principles and actually show voters that they can get things done.
They include GOP darling and Alaska Governor Sarah Palin, Florida Governor Charlie Crist, Mark Sanford in South Carolina, Texan Rick Perry, Tim Pawlenty in Minnesota, and Indiana's Mitch Daniels.
So what you got to watch for is how some of these people combine the need to reform, the need to modernize, with the need also to sort of appeal to the base of the party. Someone who's exciting in that respect is Bobby Jindal in Louisiana. He's an Indian American. He was born Hindu, converted to deeply devout Catholicism in college. And, his personal convictions are very, very strong. He's, deeply pro-life without any exceptions. He favors the possibility of teaching intelligent design in public schools. But because the religious crowd knows this about him, he's able to kind of talk more about these post-partisan pragmatic things instead of harping on divisive social issues all the time. So I think that's the kind of balance you're going to have to see the Republicans striking going forward. Personal beliefs win them voters on the right, but how they actually govern, the pragmatism they apply to problems in office, is going to help them sway the center.
With 18 million cracks in that infamous glass ceiling, 2008 looked like the year Hillary Clinton might return to the White House as Madam President. But in a battle royale with Barack Obama, Hillary couldn't compete with the junior senator's star power, and her own star started to burn a little less bright.
Then when she was overlooked for vice president, it kind of seemed like her star had seriously dimmed and that she would be, for the rest of her career, she would be in the U.S. Senate, but definitely not one of the 15 most powerful people on earth. Then, in a shocker, really, Obama decided that he would name her as his Secretary of State. Of course, her coming back also means that Bill Clinton is back, and so it feels a little bit back to the future, bring back the Macarena and John Wayne Bobbitt and the O.J. trial and all the rest. It's the 90s again.
A return to the 90s may not be all that bad when it comes to foreign policy.
Hillary will be a powerful Secretary of State, but she's not going to call the tune on American foreign policy. But it does allow him to subcontract some of what he otherwise would have to do in his first year in office. So, for instance, he can travel less and take less time repairing America's image in the world. Obama knows that the minute Hillary Clinton touches down on foreign soil, that it begins that process of saying, not just are the Clintons back, but America's back.
A big challenge for the new president may be how to control an old one. What will Bill Clinton's role be as the new Secretary of State's husband and ex-commander-in-chief?
If Obama were smart, he would just drop the Middle East in his lap and say, pick up where you left off 8 years ago, go back. Yasser Arafat, who was the major obstacle to peace in the Middle East, is gone. Yes, the problems are somewhat worse than they were then, but he knows the players. He knows every street in East Jerusalem. Whether that happens or not, I have no idea. I don't think they've decided, but for my money, it would be a smart move.